When your rag melder in your house or the flat that you're renting gets bad and you don't inform the landlord and there is a fire fatality, you could be charged with up to 50,000 euros or 6 months prison term minimum. Let's get to it. So this news up here says that in Mönchengladbach, a little town here in North Rhine-Westphalia, some few days ago, a building caught fire. So according to the fire brigade and the police that were at scene, they are saying if it was not because of a rag melder, the fatalities from this particular accident would have been devastating, implying that probably saying that the building would have got burnt worse than what it is, or maybe people would have lost their lives. So for those of you who don't know what a rag melder is a smoke detector. So it is a little object that you can place in the ceilings of each room of houses. So as we are speaking, if you don't have it in your house, then you should be seeing your landlord. But this is where you come in. If that particular object, that rag melder, is defect, whose responsibility is it going to be if there is a fire fatality? That's the question. So accordingly, you that you're renting that building, you that tenant, it is your duty under what is called the Menge Anzeigepflicht to make sure that if that rag melder is not working, you inform your landlord. Because when it comes to insurance, when it comes to court cases, you also partly be held responsible if something goes on and it shows that the rag melder was defect and you did not inform your landlord. So that is your responsibility. It's also your responsibility to know partly that when you're taking up a house, all the rooms in that house, including the corridors, are supposed to have this particular rag melder stove detector. They must have it. It's a must. It's a pflicht. On the other hand, your landlord is also very responsible to make sure that maybe quarterly they have to check if the rag melder is working. It is also partly their responsibility. And if it is already 10 years gone by that you're renting that apartment, all the rag melders in that house are supposed to be changed into a new one. So that is what the law is saying. Because if it is not the case and something goes to court, something like a fire occurs in that building and it goes to court, as if you will still be alive from the fire outbreak, you will also be held responsible. And also the insurance, if at all you're having any insurance, is not going to cover it, or because it's going to show on your part negligence because you did not check if the rag melder was functioning. So please make sure this is done. If that is not the case, talk with your landlord.